There. New issues tonight for two of the president's green energy pet projects. The IRS is opposing a new bankruptcy settlement for Solyndra, saying it is a dodge to avoid taxes. And a House committee wants to know what the Energy Department knew about problems with panels made by now bankrupt Abound Solar. The company's received around $500 million apiece in taxpayer-funded loan guarantees.
Putting workers on furlough before a single battery has been produced. Now, the plant run by LG Chem opened in 2010, surrounded by so much hype, even President Obama attended the groundbreaking.
You are leading the way in showing how manufacturing jobs are coming right back here to the United States of America.
But while the $300 million facility was supposed to create hundreds of new jobs and produce 15,000 batteries per year, to date, LG has only 200 employees there, and all the Volt batteries that have been produced so far have been made by an LG plant in South Korea. Now, the Volt, which is also taxpayer subsidized, by the way, has had its own production issues lately.
Despite $390 million in tax subsidies, battery manufacturer 8123 Systems is struggling. That's the 9th green company to have some financial troubles. But that does not seem to be stopping the White House from doubling down on green.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise. This is a president who sacrifices as little ideologically as possible in every area of his presidency, including these green jobs, green energy boondoggles. But remember, ideology for him trumps everything. So the whole idea of going green, these green jobs, boondoggles, pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into various green energy programs over the years, is to try to make traditional fossil fuel oils much more expensive, electricity, coal, and so on, oil, natural gas, so expensive that we would have to go the alternative route. And that's why he's gone down this road.
So you think he secretly wants these high prices?
Yes, of course.
I think he would have wanted them after the election,
though. It's not secret, Neil. Yeah, but remember, this is a president who does social engineering in every aspect of the economy, whether it's the industrial base with the autos or the banks with the bailouts and so on. This is not an exception to the rule. But what's crazy about this is, as you point out, with baseball analogy, when things aren't working, you would think that they would want to recalibrate and change things up.
I think you underestimate him. I think he senses that, sees that, and he will seize on that as a way to...
Well, but remember, you may be right about that. From now until November, Neil, if he gets reelected with no reelection hanging over his head, you're going to see hundreds of
millions
a lot
of that could change, but I think he's more pragmatic than you think. When push comes to shove, staying in office another 4 years matters a lot more than...
While the administration, Stuart, come on right over here. The administration insists that all loan guarantees given to green energy companies like Solyndra were based on the merits and not on political cronyism.
But new emails obtained by the Washington Times paints a completely different picture. Stuart Varney is here. Stuart, last night he said the success of the green companies were better than the average investor on Wall Street.
You know, Ryan had some good points to be made if Joe Biden would let him without interruption, but that was not going to happen. Look, these emails from the Washington Times show that contract awards of taxpayers' money to green energy companies are not based on merit. Yeah. No, they're based on political string pulling. If you're a green energy company and you want to get your hands on some taxpayer money, how do you do it? You go through the political process. You ask for political strings to be pulled in your favor. And these emails demonstrate precisely that in the case of BrightSource. That is a solar energy company with a big project in California. That project was in some trouble. They wanted more government money. So out went the emails to the leading politicians saying, we need your help. We need help, and this is in your interest to give it to us.
Let's take a look.
Okay, I think you've got one that can come on the screen here. Now, this is from Bernard Toon, formerly Biden's chief of staff. It went to the chief executive officer of BrightSource, and he says, calls are in to Biden's staff, and I will be approaching the political affairs office at the White House tomorrow, as well as this project could benefit 2 senators who are in the cycle process, whose races will be tough next year. That would be Senator Barbara Boxer, California, Majority Leader Senator Reid, clearly attempting to pull political strings on behalf of a green energy company trying to get $1.6 billion of taxpayer money. They got it, by the way.
I think a lot of us kind of know this kind of thing is going on in Washington, D.C., and has for a long time, but never to this level.
Well, it was precise and obvious, wasn't it? I mean, we're going to make the calls, you'll get the money. Here's how we're going to get the taxpayers' money for you. Not based on private enterprise. Look, when a private enterprise company wants to raise money, it says, this project will work. Right. Give us your money, it'll work, we'll make profit. When the government goes out to use taxpayers' money for a project, it says this project will bring in votes. And that's the key difference.
And I vote for watching you at 9:20 today on Varney and Company.
I like